Welcome families to our first grade virtual open house for the 2021-2022 school year. During this presentation, you will learn information that applies to all first grade classrooms at Chairs Elementary School. More detailed individual class information can be found by contacting your child's teacher. At the end of this presentation, I will go over how to contact your child's teacher along with their email addresses. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Here you can find a broad overview of our day. Here are the key parts of the day that apply to each classroom. These schedules will vary based on individual class lunchtime, class needs, and special activities. We start our day with reading, language arts. We move into recess around 10:30. All students and classes for first grade do have the same recess time. Lunch will begin at 11:10, and depending on your child's class, this time may change by a few minutes because we go on a staggered schedule. 11:45 begins our math block. Again, that could vary depending on when your child finishes lunch. At 1 o'clock, we have special area. Special area is on a 4-day rotation, so your child will have a different special area class each day. Snack begins at 1:45. We do have our snack time every day because we do have a busy day and the littles tend to get hungry. Snack is not provided, so please make sure you do send in something with your child. At around 2 o'clock, we start our science and social studies block. 2:40, we start cleaning up and packing up to be ready for dismissal at 2:50. Our arrival and dismissal procedures. Car drop-off in the morning begins at 7:45. There is no supervision available before this time, so there are no students permitted on campus before 7:45. For car drop-off, please stay in your car and let our fabulous teachers and staff and administration help your child. This is to ensure the safety of everyone around. They'll open the car door, help your child out, and direct them to where they need to go. Drop-off ends at 8:30. After that time, students are not permitted to be dropped off in the back of the school. You must take them to the front office and sign them in, and they'll be walked down to their classrooms. Please keep in mind that breakfast ends at 8:25. So if your child is arriving at school after that time, please make sure they've had something to eat because they will not be able to go to the cafeteria. Dismissal begins at 2:50. Again, we'll follow the same arrival procedures. Stay in your car, allow the teachers to walk your child to the car door and let them in. Dismissal ends at 3:15, and after that time, all remaining students will be taken to the office, and you can pick your child up from there. If your child is going home a different way, please, please, please notify your child's teacher and the school. Give us a call and let us know what's changed. Calling is the best option if transportation is changing. Due to the fact that your child may have a substitute for the day, your child's teacher may not be able to check their remind or get to their email, or your child may not have turned in a note. By calling the office, this ensures that the message is received. If you do not send in a note or call or contact your child's teacher and school in some way, they will be going home their regular way. So if your child was a bus rider, they will get on the bus. If your child was a car rider, they will go to the car pickup area. If you need another car tag for our Car Rider Pro system, please just let us know. These are displayed whenever you are picking up your child. This is again to ensure everyone's safety. Additional tags are $5 a piece. And while we love seeing your littles and sharing our days with them, sometimes things happen and we know they can't always make it into school. When your child is absent, your child's teacher will be reaching out to make sure everything's okay, see if there's any needs, and to check in. After 3 unexcused absences, your child's name will be submitted to administration and the guidance counselor. This is for them to check in and follow up to see if there's anything needed. So if your child is out, just call the office and let us know, or send in a note upon their return. Depending on the circumstance, these absences may be excused, but it is not guaranteed. If your child is out for a doctor's note, please bring in the note from the doctor upon their return. Classroom expectations. This year, first grade is using the Florida BEST standards. Kindergarten, first and second grade are implementing these standards first, and then starting next year, third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade will also transition to the Florida BEST standards. These can be found online at the web address provided. We will still be using our Wonder curriculum for reading, which we have used in the past, but we will be blending it with the Leon County created BEST standards guidelines. These have our guidelines, pacing, and resources to ensure that we are incorporating each one of the new standards for your child. For math, we will continue to use our Go Math curriculum. Our math standards have not changed. We are still using the Florida Common Core standards. Classwork grades are based on what your child can do independently in class. This can be a lot different from kindergarten. Kindergarten involved a lot of modeling and group work, whole class work. In first grade, we phase out of most of the modeling and group work, and students now have to start working independently to show that they have mastered the standards. Knowing a skill and being able to show that knowledge are two entirely different things, so we can only grade what they complete in class. This is why it's so important that students are listening, following along, paying attention, so that they understand the steps needed and the expectations for their classwork. They will be given lots of opportunities to double check their work, to go back and review their work if something's missing, and to look over questions again. At that point, whatever is turned in will be graded. For the first 9 weeks, assessments will be read to your child so they can get used to what a first grade assessment will look like. After that time, students are expected to read the test passages, the stories on their own. We will have practiced them well beforehand. These will include sight words and spelling patterns that we would have covered all week in class before the test. Your child will also have quizzes in reading and in math. In reading, the quizzes will be spelling quizzes, sight word quizzes, and sentence reading quizzes that again incorporate the sight words and our spelling patterns. For math, there will be a quiz halfway through each math chapter to see where students are, to see how much they've retained the knowledge and what they still need. And then they'll have an assessment at the end of the chapter. Each first grade classroom has their own behavior system, which has already been communicated to you by your child's teacher. If you have any more questions about that, you can contact them individually. Here is our district-wide grading scale. We use an A, B, C, N grading scale. N means not meeting grade level expectations. This means they will definitely need more help, maybe some interventions, more practice to ensure that they are mastering those first grade standards. Unlike kindergarten, students will receive grades and a report card starting with the first 9 weeks. So you will be receiving the first report card in October. You will also be contacted well before then so that you know what progress your child is making, what their current grades are, and you'll be kept informed. Assessments are worth 80% of a total grade, and classwork is worth 20% of the total grade. This applies to all subject areas. Parent portal can be accessed from the chair's website and the Leon County Schools website. You'll use the login and password information that was provided to you earlier to go online anytime and check your child's grades. I'll show you where to find that now. Here we are on the Chair's Elementary School website. If you haven't yet, please check it out. There is a wealth of information for you about our staff, about resources, calendars, upcoming events, things going on with the district as a whole. It has wonderful information for you. From the homepage, you'll just click little Mr. Owl here for the parent portal. Our new website is very streamlined, so everything is very easy to access. Once you click on Parent Portal, it'll open up information to show you what you'll need to log in, what you'll need to register, who you can contact for any questions, and what it will look like when you log in. So here is that parent portal page. And again, you can use Parent Portal to access your child's grades at any time. If you do not have the access information to Parent Portal and you're not able to find it online, please contact CHAIRS, the school, and our office staff will be able to find that for you. Now we've come to our homework policy. Our main homework goal in first grade is just that you read with your child at least 15 to 20 minutes a day. It doesn't need to be written down and turned in a reading log, but it is crucial for your child's development. Studies have shown that reading to your child promotes early childhood development and comprehension skills. It provides a better chance of reading success in the future, and it's just a great, fun way to bond with your child. We'll be providing mini decodable reading books for your child. They'll have library books. Some of us send books home from our classroom throughout the week. If you need books and don't know where to find them, don't know where to go, please reach out and we'll give you some great resources. At times, your child's teacher may send home extra reading practice books, stories, math activities, etc. Homework is not graded. However, if it's sent home, it will cover the concepts that students are learning in class at the time. Sometimes individual students may also get extra practice sheets for a skill that they are struggling with at the time. Again, these are not graded. These are just to assist you and help at home. We are crossing our fingers that we're able to do some field trips this year, especially because students weren't able to go on any last year. We are working on those currently. Due to COVID restrictions and policies, field trips may look a little different. Just please be flexible with us on that. We don't have the details yet, but as soon as we have them, we will pass them along to you. In the meantime, if you would like to be a chaperone on these future field trips, please make sure you've completed the online volunteer form at least 2 weeks prior. So do it now so that it's already in for the school year. Let me show you where to find that. Now I am on the Leon County Schools website, and just side note, this again has tons of information. It details our COVID policies. It details quarantine exposure protocols. It has calendars. It has information that applies to all schools in the county. It has schedules, lunch schedules, everything you could need. Please make sure to check out the Leon County Schools website. Once you're here on the home page, you're going to scroll down and look to the right-hand side, and you'll see volunteer application form. Click that, complete it. It's all digital, and turn it in. Now, for the first 9 weeks, there are no visitors or volunteers allowed on campus. This is a district-wide policy just to ensure the health and safety of all students with these COVID protocols. But for when it does open up, you'll want to make sure that volunteer application is completed and verified. That way, you won't have to wait for that verification period. It'll already be done. Again, this is where you can find it, fill out the information, it'll be done online, and you're good to go. If you have not done so already yet, please sign up for the CHAIRS listserv. Important announcements go out from our administration. It's detailing those most up-to-date policy changes, information, things happening at the school, fun activities, things you'll want to be kept up to date on. You really don't want to miss what's happening. If you're not sure where to find it, let's go pull it up. From the CHAIRS website, again, just on that home page, you're going to click listserv. It could not be easier. We're going to click it and open it. Here you can find past communication broken down by the month. Here on the side, you're going to click subscribe, and it'll walk you through the steps to subscribe to our CHAIRS parent listserv. And if there is a technology or website issue, you're having problems with something on the site, here is the help desk number that you can call, and they will be a great resource for you. Just as a reminder, as of August 23rd, per our superintendent, masks are required on campus and in classrooms unless there is a medical opt-out form on file with the school signed by a licensed physician or psychologist. You can contact administration for more information about that policy. They would have the most up-to-date information. Please make sure your child comes to school wearing a mask, and it helps to have a backup mask in their backpack. Things happen, they drop them, they get wet, you never know. So having a backup is a great idea. Here's more information about the face coverings you could use. Please make sure it covers the nose and the mouth. And we'll have several mask breaks during the day, recess, breakfast, lunch, snack. They also don't have to wear them outside for PE. So they will have multiple opportunities to take them off throughout the day. A few extras. All the first grade teachers do use Remind, and we ask that all parents sign up for Remind. You can use the app, you can use it online, it could send it through your email. It depends on the settings that you choose. We each send our own individual announcements, pictures, alerts, and student updates. You can also message your child's teacher privately through the system, and it can't be read by other families. If you're having trouble logging in or getting into Remind, please contact your child's teacher. Here's this volunteering piece that I went over earlier and showed you where to find the volunteer form. Please make sure you go on and go ahead and fill it out now. That application does have to be done every year. So if you did it last year, you will have to redo it again this year if you plan to volunteer or visit on campus. Conferences will begin in October. More information will be sent home with your child from your child's teacher about that. All conferences will be over Zoom for at least the first 9 weeks. You'll be hearing more about that soon. If you have any questions, here are the contact email addresses for all of the first grade teachers. Please feel free to reach out. You can email them, you can use their Remind login information, which you should have, or you can call the school. Thank you so much for joining me through this presentation. I hope you learned a lot of information. I hope you feel comfortable having your child in our classrooms. We love having them here. If you do have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Have a wonderful rest of your day.